Welcome to another episode of Cosmic Conversations. I'm your host TK Raw, and hey, we had a rough time last week when I in our studio. A little bit of some issues with our audio, and we didn't find out that nothing recorded until after it was done. So hopefully, we can bring you what we wanted to bring you on last week. Right, we're looking to talk about the Divine Mother, right, and we're gonna deal with that again on tonight. And so, hey, grab your favorite drink, sit back, relax, and keep it locked right here on Cosmic Conversations. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back again to Cosmic Conversations. And today's order of discussion is the Divine Feminine. Yeah, the Divine Feminine. We need it. Gotta have it. Time to walk in it. Man, so important, man. You know, all of us carry many natures on the inside of us. We carry many energies that are available to us from birth. Um, but what happens is, you know, sometimes the issues of life or other people's standard of what life should be for us, at times it tends to take over, right? We kind of get drawn into that matrix of living that hinders and snuffs out who you really are, who you've been really called to be. And so it's so important that we activate this energy, right? Understand that we're talking about energies, inner energies that exist on the inside of us that we were born with. And our ancient ancestors spent a lot of time in nature in order to understand these God-given natures, these God-given energies that we occupy, that occupy, that we hold, that we house on the inside of us. So, first, we need to understand that the divine feminine is a sacred, creative, and nurturing, intuitive energy that exists within all of creation, whether you're male or female. It is the force of life. It is that force that bursts, sustains, and harmonizes. In ancient Kemet, also, which we may know today as Egypt, this essence of personified through deities such as Isis, or what you may know as Aset, also through Ma'at, also through Hathor, which is also known as Het, Haru, and Sekhmet, each representing aspects of divine power, justice, love, and transformation. Now, the divine feminine embodies quite a bit, right? And I'm not going to go too deep into all this, but just going to kind of touch the surface, because my job, you got to remember, is just to jog your memory and get you to start to pay attention and to move your focus on your inner energies so that you can evolve and to develop fully into that God that you are. But the divine feminine embodies intuition, which is that deep knowing beyond logic, guided by spirit. It embodies nurturing and compassion, right? That's the ability to care, to heal, and to uplift. It embodies creativity. That's how you bring ideas to life, and visions into manifestation. It embodies balance, complementing the masculine with harmony and flow. It's your emotional wisdom, understanding through feeling and empathy rather than control and dominance. Now, in Kemetic science, in the balance of Ma'at, which is truth, order, and harmony, the divine feminine is the vessel through which life is ordered. Ma'at represents that cosmic order, the principle that holds the universe in alignment. Set or Isis is the motherly creative power, the one who resurrects and restores. Then this Het or Het Haru or Hathor expresses the joy, the beauty, and the sensuality of divine life. Then there's Sekhmet, which carries the fierce energy of protection and transformation, showing that the feminine also destroys illusions to protect truth. So every being actually holds both masculine, which is active, logic, and directive, and feminine, which is receptive, intuitive, and flowing energies. Activating your divine feminine means listening to your inner voice instead of external noise. Something we all have to consistently work on. Honoring your emotions as sacred teachers. Creating space for rest and reflection, not just action. Allowing flow instead of forcing outcomes. Practicing gratitude, sensual awareness, and rituals. Now, there are some ritual ways to awaken the divine feminine. You can do water meditations, where you connect with the element of emotion and flow. You can do moon rituals, which align with lunar cycles and manifest intentions. You can exercise the energy of journaling and doing some reflection, where you express your inner world through writing or art. And this womb or heart breathing. Breathe into the center of creation and compassion, invoke our set or ma'at, light a candle, speak affirmations of truth, love, and balance. I just wanted to touch bases on those things in reference to the divine feminine. But always remember, it's up to you to do the work. You got to do the work. You have to tap into those divine energies. You have to call forth that divine feminine within yourself, and then begin to move and act on it. Raise your vibration. You'll find yourself accomplishing more than what you even desired. Those things of love and compassion and empathy, strong energies will begin to manifest in your favor. You start to move in great abundance. Most people, when we struggle with abundance, it's because we're not moving, we're not honing in and focusing on the divine feminine energy that is on the inside of us. If we learn to focus on the divine feminine, right, and raise that energy up and feed it daily through meditation and affirmations, right, we can begin to raise that feminine energy. And we can begin to see the change, not just in us, but even around us. They say your aura is able to be picked up to about 10 feet away from the body, scientifically. Right? They can put you under a heat camera, and they can see how far your aura bleeds out. So the more that you operate in this divine feminine, even taking a walk in public, your aura, because of that divine feminine nature that's on the inside of you, can begin to affect environments. Your aura can change environments. You ever experience someone walk in a room with bad energy, when like they're angry or upset? It can destroy the whole room. If the room is already in one mode, everybody can pick it up. I've been in business meetings where things like that happen. Somebody show up to the meeting, just really bad energy. Their aura is like, the moment they come to the door, it's like you can see the look on people's faces. They can pick it up. You don't even have to intentionally do it. You're already built with this, but you got to activate that energy, right? And that's what we're dealing with on tonight. We're going to be talking more and more about this divine feminine, because we have to get to a place where we become masters of that energy, and your life will surely change. Stick around. We're going to keep talking a little bit more about this divine feminine. Welcome back to Cosmic Conversations with TK Raw. We are grooving on tonight. Wow, talking about the divine feminine, man. I mean, this is such a powerful subject. I mean, we could go on with this like forever. Okay. um, One of the things that I realize when it comes to the divine feminine or any energy, right, that we talk about within ourselves, any energy we want to activate, it's it does nothing without intention, right? Without intention, without purpose, right? You can have the energies within us are like anything else, right? You could take your cell phone, put your cell phone on the table, right? If you don't have any intention and start putting energy into the phone to accomplish something, the phone is not going to do anything for the most part. Now we know they program phones to phone to be doing things sitting there where you don't even realize it. Things running on the phone, running in the background. We know that, but guess what? Even that took intention. They had to design that with an intention to make that happen. But if I wanna pick up the phone and call my wife, I can't just leave the phone on the table, right? Without either saying audibly, if I have that feature turned on my phone, again, I had to have intention, even leave that feature turned on. If I said across the room, hey, call my wife, and boom, the phone will call my wife, right? Because it picked up on my attention, and most of all, it picked up on my vibrational energy that went across the air, and it captured it, and it figured out what I wanted to do, and it executed. But at the root level, it took some intention. I had to have an intention to call her in order for that to happen, right? So that's just how these energies are. If we're not intentional about these energies that we possess, nothing's gonna happen. Absolutely nothing, right? So you have to, when it comes to the divine feminine, you have to be intentional, right, about releasing these things, releasing this energy. Whether you have to decide daily when you wake up, what energies do I want to release today? What am I trying to accomplish? Right? I want to. What side of the divine feminine do I want to execute or begin to give intention to? Is it abundance and creativity? If it's abundance and creativity, then I need to activate that Het Haru down on the inside of me. That Het Haru energy, which focuses on abundance and creativity. Do I want to activate healing and compassion? Then I need to activate that offset energy. And we can learn rituals that will activate that offset energy. We can call it forth from the inside of us. Remember, everything is internal, not external. Religion says that everything's externally, right? But at the root level and at the truth level, okay, we're talking truth level right here, everything's internal, right? We can call forth the healing and compassion. We can call forth truth and balance, power and transformation, divine love and attraction. We can release these energies on a daily basis, and we should. This is how you really make impact. Let me tell you something. I've seen ever since I've been really studying the sciences. Right, I study various sciences. I'm very esoteric in nature. My purpose here is to teach and to guide. I know that's why I'm in the earth at the root level. I do other things, but at the root level, my purpose ties into pretty much everything that I look to do. It's like I can't get away from it, right? It's like it's theirs because it's like I'm a machine that was built for that, right? But at the same time, I'm still learning, right? I'm a forever student, right? So, but once we really become intentional, we understand that we can affect the entire globe. We can create an aura so strong that you can walk in the midst of chaos and suddenly order starts taking place. Things start moving. People start acting differently than what they used to. Right? I've seen that in my own life. Whether I'm in business or out in public or what it is, how your aura is everything. Your aura can shut down people who have bad intentions towards you. It can. Doesn't always happen, which is why we have the lower self in place. We have to be able to tap into the lower place at a moment's notice if necessary. But this divine feminine of abundance and creativity and healing and compassion and truth and balance, power, transformation, divine love and attraction. We got to start moving into that. We got to start tapping into that, right? And I'm gonna be talking about tapping into some of the rituals that will activate these energies down on the inside of you to cause these things to manifest in your own life in our next episode of Cosmic Conversations. But listen, I'm glad you stay tuned in, stay locked in on tonight, and wherever you are, whatever time it is you're listening to this broadcast, listen, peace and love to you, and remember, tap into the divine feminine. Until next time, it's TK Raw signing off on Cosmic Conversations.